What is up, everybody? Calling all angels. We are still continuing with the game previews. These will cover the midweek games, the non-weekend matches, and these are the last four matches of July. So let's give a quick rundown of them. Nothing too long with them. I don't want to spend too much time here, but just to give everyone an idea of what they can expect here. We have Kansas City, Louisville. This is a matchup of a team who got a win they were not expecting to and a team who took a loss they weren't expecting. And Kansas City very much needs to try to right the ship here. My expectation is that should not be a problem at home, but as we saw in the last Louisville matchup, Louisville being on the road isn't necessarily a shutdown for them. That said, I do think this is their emotional letdown. They got a very big win for themselves. And I will actually say Kansas City probably wins this pretty definitively. I'm going to give them a 3-1 victory. Louisville's still talented enough to manage a goal, but I think they get pretty thoroughly thrashed here. Utah-Washington is the much, much bigger game here. This one runs in Salt Lake. You have two top three teams here, with Utah now entering the conversation for being at the top of the table. A home victory here would go a long way towards it, whereas Washington could kind of shut down another challenger and really firmly establish themselves as the front runner for the Shield as this month comes to a close. What I will say right now is Utah offensively looked like they were firing on all cylinders. 4 goals in the last match against a team who was trying to get themselves back into the top 8 playoff positions. But I'm looking at this matchup, and I cannot think Utah is going to be able to generate that many goals again. Washington had a pretty flat day, all things considered, against Denver. Should be looking to get some more goals going. I'm going to say both get multiple goals, and they end up meeting in the middle. I'm going to give this a 2-2 draw. So both come away with points, and that is going to set up an opening for Gotham FC, who is traveling cross-country to Bay FC here for this Wednesday matchup. Now, unlike their other opponents here, Bay FC should not be giving Gotham trouble. This is not Portland. This is not Seattle. This is by far, of the 3 teams in that Northwest, the weakest one. Gotham should be able to take this one pretty comfortably. I'm going to say it's a 2-1 victory. But it won't look as competitive as it sounds. That is my thought on it, though. I think Gotham has figured out how to at least get 2 goals a game, finally. And that's going to be a big source of growth for them. Bay look a lot better than they did, but they still have some growing pains they're going to have to deal with. And finally, North Carolina hosting Orlando in a battle of 2 teams right on the fringes of the playoff picture this Friday. Orlando holding on to 7th place. Orlando in 9th. North Carolina in 9th place. Less than 3 points separate them. You have an Orlando team with a very clear ceiling on what they're capable of, and you have a North Carolina team who skill level seems to shift on a week-by-week basis. Realistically, any outcome you suggest could probably be considered valid in this one. I'm going to lean in the favor of North Carolina here, being at home and having just played one of their worst games of the entire season. This needs to be a turnaround for them, and I think they should be able to muster it. This will likely cause some chaos in that mix down there. But I think both are... Neither one has shown they are a consistent enough team at this moment. So it feels like whichever one's more behind is the one that's going to get the success that week. And so I will say North Carolina comes away with a 1-0 victory. It's not going to help Orlando that they've got a couple players at WAFCON. So this could be a very hard to watch matchup from an offensive standpoint. If you like defense, there's going to be a lot of defense. I do think that's going to be very possible to watch. But yeah, I'm not spending too much time on these. The most interesting matchups are the Friday match and the middle one on Wednesday. So give those a watch if you can get to them. They should be a fun time. Enjoy the football if you watch. If not, enjoy this weekend when you get more time. And even though they're not on this list, go Angels.